Here we are at the Hocking Hills Craft Show. Again, August 29th and the 30th. We're up in the food court area. There will be access roads that have been graded and smooth. You'll be able to get up there easily. We're still waiting on our straw, but should be a nice flat grassy surface when you arrive. This is again the food court area and the music area. Behind it will be down along here. This walkway will be your craft vendor booths. But we love this for the food court because it's a great view up here. We're going to be in August, late August. It'll be in the sun, but this whole area here in front of the stage will be setting up a 20 by 20 tent and put some picnic tables and things in there. So you'll be able to sit here, watch live music, eat some food, and stay in the shade. With any luck, we'll have a couple fans going in there. So even if it's hot, we'll have a place to cool off, get a cool drink, sit and listen to some music. We're going to keep most of the craft vendors in the woods, so shaded. So that'll be nice for all those with, an intolerance to heat, if you will, because we are an outdoor event and we just don't know what we're going to get. The two new roadways coming in for vendors and customer parking. They've started the surface on those. We're not finished yet. We got rained out yesterday. They'll be finishing those on Thursday, which is the day after tomorrow right now. And so those will be complete prior to our upcoming event. So this is the food court area here as you see it. The music stage right there. This is what we call the Hilltop area here. There'll be approximately 20 craft vendors up here, or craft booths up here. Then we'll have the Hilltop wooded area up here as well. I'll take a walk up here. So this is the Hilltop area here. Going to pan around for you. So Hilltop vendors, this is what you're going to be seeing. You're just going to be above the stage here. Food trucks all along there. No food trucks in the center. Our restrooms will be at the beginning in the center there, along with down in senior parking. And then, of course, that big booth that I just talked about, or big tent that I just talked about. There will also be food vendors all along between the stage and the green cabin as well. So that roadway, one of the roadways we just saw there, is one that will come right up into the Hilltop area. That is for vendor setup. Again, we have not finished the surface of that yet. But like I said, we got rained out yesterday. As you can see, it's not muddy. Up here, it's all clay, so it doesn't get muddy. But that roadway will go down around the wood line. We've had it graded and such, and it will connect to that lower roadway that we saw that will take vendors for setup into the Hilltop wooded area. And that's kind of what I'm walking through right now. So this is the Hilltop area. If it's 100 degrees outside, it'll be 80 in here. We always have this great breeze blowing. I don't know if you can hear it. You can see it, feel it. But there's always this breeze blowing that keeps this area very nice, even when it's incredibly hot. There'll be between 32 and 36 vendors in this particular area. Again, for vendor setup, we'll be using these new access roads. Again, the surface is coming. It'll be completed this Thursday, Friday. where we've had it graded. They've already started putting down some of the base, but you'll be able to drive directly through the field for returning vendors. This is old hat, but the roadway is going to come around and it's going to come right up into the wooded area. We have a couple, they're large product craft vendors up in this area. This will also make it very convenient for folks picking up those large items. They'll be able to come right up and get them. Here is the trail. Not finished yet, but we still have over 30 days. We'll have it all finished up for you. But it has been graded. We got to come through. We're going to rake and seed and put down some chaff that we will clear prior to the show, so it'll be incredibly walkable. We had to come through and cut up all the little roots and stuff that got exposed, but it'll be incredibly smooth for you, so that you can access it again, walker, stroller, so on and so forth. It's as smooth as you're going as we can get in the woods. Now, again, we just got about an inch of rain yesterday. As you can see, had some limbs and different things, but it'll all be cleared and calmed prior to the event. But just kind of giving you a cursory walkthrough on where we're at right now and what the layout is going to look like. So we've passed through the food court, the Hilltop area, the Hilltop wooded area, and we're making our way along the new path that'll have vendors all along in here as we get down. Now, future plans is we're going to have vendors all along this trail. For the summer event, that will not be the case because we're probably not going to get them finished and grass and all that different stuff in the spot before the event. Again, this is, we're still, like I said, still waiting on the straw, but just kind of bear with. Again, this is a kind of a clay dirt, so we got an inch of rain yesterday and it's hard as a rock today. You can see there's still some puddles here where it held, but it's going to be incredibly smooth, very easy to navigate. Vendors will probably be set up here on the right-hand side, and our walk path will be on the left. The reason we want to do that is because the newer roadway is over here, so a craft booth is lighter than an automobile in most cases, and that'll be that newer area, so the seed will take on a little bit better and easier, and you'll be able to see the event up there, so you can kind of see where you're going as you're walking along. So this is just we have to have ways to get in through the show as the show is happening if there was some kind of an emergency or something to that effect. So we have built in some roadways, some access points, but we'll have those coned or roped off because they're a little bit steeper than the normal way around. So we don't necessarily want customers going up them unless it's absolutely necessary. Because there will be, I should finish that thought, there will be vendors beyond those access points. You can see that some of the grass has already started to come in here, even though we just put the seed down the other day. I guess that's the benefit of getting so much rain. But we are in summer. Rain doesn't affect the ground in summer like it does in the spring. It just doesn't stay on the surfaces. So this is I'm walking on it right now, and there's no mud problems. But again, we'll have this all straw, and we're going to add some more seed down as well. You can see some of the grasses coming up with just this rain that we've got. But we'll be coming through over the next weeks and we use a sprayer system to water new areas. So we'll keep it nice and manicured, if you will. But again, much wider. At all points will be greater than 17 feet. That will allow for a 10 by 10 craft booth and a 7-foot automobile to pass through. For vendor setup, we won't want you driving your automobiles down through here when we're vending. But that's the general plan. In some places, like this one right here, where we have a campsite, generally, it'll be closer to 35 feet. So much wider, much smoother than in our spring show. We had, for those that attended the spring show, vendor and customer, you're probably aware that that's something we wanted to do. This is another access point. It's a roadway that goes from the Hilltop area that we saw right above the food court. But again, it's just access. We don't necessarily want customer traffic going up this because it is steep. And if you're super athletic, maybe you want to do that. But for our senior customers, just stay the course. It's much more gradual. But you'll see that there's a lot more paths in and through the woods. Just because our show is growing so exponentially, we want to have access for emergency personnel should something occur. Okay, back down to the craft vending. And here you can see, now the sun's not out right now, but all of this area, with the exception of that right there, you can see will be shaded. It's 11:50 a.m. right now that I'm making this video. And most of this, because the craft booths, again, will be here on the left-hand side, because I'm walking toward the entrance. They'll be on your right-hand side as a customer coming into the event. Right up the hill here, that is the music stage right there. And then food vendors, food trucks will be along there. There's a little plateau here that we had vendors on in the spring. That will just be vendor parking, some vendor tent camping, so on and so forth. And there's an access road up for that. I mean, it's pretty accessible right there, but there'll be an access road up for that. Now this stretch right here, before you get to the woods, and right here, there's no electric for craft vendors. There is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi gateway is on the back of the information booth. So we'll have Wi-Fi down in here, but there will be no electric until you get into this area here. And we do have a couple vendors that will have electric in that area. Access road is not completed yet, but that's just to get up to the food court and to the vendor parking and camping area. Again, not really necessarily for customers, but vendors, if you're curious, that's kind of how you would do that. Continuing along the craft area here, again, vendors on this side, customers over here. Got a ton of rain yesterday and some storms, so we got some limbs and different things. But again, this is all going to be, it's already been seeded, but we're going to seed it again and put straw on it. You can probably see they've got some baby grass coming in here, but it's got 30 days to get it sacked together. And if it doesn't, we'll have some straw down. That will be pretty packed in from the vehicles from the craft vendors setting up. So don't worry about the surface being rough. We're going to come through and cut all these little roots sticking up from the grade. So don't concern yourself with that. It's incredibly smooth. The idea is to have it so that all those walkers, strollers, scooters can make their way through the craft event without any real strain or effort. And this is the entry right here. We have inflatable arches that we're going to put up. There'll be one right here over this entryway. With all the luck we can muster, it'll have an entrance banner on it, and there'll be one out by the parking area as well, or the entry as well. But this is where you'll enter. You can see it's very user-friendly. Roped off area again right here on each side of this, so that you can see where the entrance is. All this here will be senior people with mobility issues. With any luck on the rope, we will have some signs indicating that. Also over here will be some vendor parking for some vendors that really need to be close to their booths. And we'll park a little bit over here as well. Vendors, that is. But the arch, entry arch, will be out here by the edge of the roadway, so that you can see where you can enter if you park right over here. You can also enter up through the food court, like I mentioned earlier. But there'll be an inflatable arch here with a banner that should say entrance on it. Haven't got those in yet, so I say that saying that they're going to be on there, but they have to come into stock before I can say that. But there's your senior parking and entrance area, where you're going to come in with your automobile through the gates right there. The Hocking Hills store, and then your access roads for vendor setup and parking, and for our food court. So thanks for watching theHockingHillsCraftShow.com, theHockingHillsCraftShow.com, for tickets, for any information that you want or need to have about the Hocking Hills Craft Show. We are pet friendly. We are trying harder every day to make the event more accessible, thinking about so many of our customers that have an intolerance to heat, that have a tough time navigating in an area called the Hocking Hills, because everything's on a hill. We put a lot of effort into the pathways, vendor layouts, and things like that to assist, to make this show outdoor fun and accessible, moving a big chunk of the craft vendors into the shaded area will help with heat. We're going to have benches along the way as well, so for people that just struggle a little bit with the heat, there'll be, like I said, you'll see probably a 20-degree difference. That's generally what we see in the shaded areas versus out in the sun. So food court will be in the sun, obviously, because the food vendors can't really be in the trees, just from navigational purposes, and some of the trucks are kind of high, but they have just about all of them sell cold drinks, so you can get a cold drink, and we'll have a big tent set up with tables and stuff in it for you to relax. Again, this is the Hocking Hills Craft Show. Appreciate you watching. Come see us August 29th and 30th for some great live music, some wonderful food, and amazing crafts. Thanks so much.